I've been sitting here in front of my camera not hitting record because I had no idea how to start this video, but I had to hit record or else I'd just be sitting here all night long. I think the best way for me to start is just to go back to September of 2016, which is roughly a month or a month and a half after I first started my YouTube channel. And that's the first time that I ever talked about or really realized how good this Sigma F40 eye brush was. And I bought countless other Sigma brushes after this brush, and I think I've used the Sigma F40 in every Get Ready With Me or eye tutorial since that video. So cut to September 2017, I was reached out to by Sigma asking if they could just send me some product to try. There was no obligation, no, hey, try these products, please, if you like them, mention them on your social channels, nothing, no obligations, no nothing, which I thought was really great. And you guys know, I talk about Sigma brushes all the time. I use them all the time. I appreciate brands like Sigma that do things like that, that understand the way I run my channel. I'm not going to ever feel obligated to talk about anything. I don't ever promise anybody I'll talk about their product because I may not. That's just not the way I run my channel. I also appreciate the fact that they get that we as influencers use other brands of brushes and that they send things and we may not talk about them in a positive way all the time, but the relationship is always there and it's good. I also love that they give us micro influencers, the channels that aren't huge, a chance. So when they reached out to me a couple of months ago asking if I wanted to curate some of my favorite brushes for you guys in a favorite set so that you could get them at a reduced rate, I didn't even have to think about it. It was a yes, of course, because I use and love their brushes already, and I want to be able to share this with you. I was absolutely thrilled. I mean, I did wonder why they picked me, but I didn't want to question it too much because I thought they might take it back. So I just went with it, and this is what we have. This is me, this is my face on a box. How weird is that? So this is the Stephanie Marie brush set, and in it are 4 of my most used daily essential Sigma brushes. I'm gonna go through what's in the box in a second and go through how I chose the brushes I chose and show you how I use them as well. What I love about the brushes that I chose is that they're multitaskers as well. I didn't want it to be just a face brush set or just an eye brush set. I did want to choose brushes that I do get daily use out of and that do serve multiple purposes. You guys know I like to multitask with my products, and these are no exception. It was actually really hard for me to pick out brushes for this set. I actually had a couple more brushes in this at first because, like I said earlier, you know I use and love a lot of different Sigma brushes, but I had to find a balance because I really wanted to keep it at an affordable price point, even though I feel Sigma brushes are priced pretty reasonably, and with the 20% off it makes them even more reasonable. There's still a threshold that I wanted to stay under for you guys, but it was really hard for me to narrow it down and figure out exactly which brushes I wanted to put in here. If you don't know, Sigma does offer free shipping on orders over $50 in the US. Internationally, they offer free shipping on orders over $150. I think that's pretty great. First of all, that they even offer international shipping at all, because a lot of companies don't. The other thing is that they offer a 2-year warranty on all their brushes too. And I find the brushes that I've had from the beginning still look and function and feel like they did when I first got them. It is a limited edition set that you purchase through the link below. You don't need a code or anything to get it for the 20% off price or to get the set at all. All you have to do is click through the link and purchase. You can't stack it with my regular 10% discount code. If you want to purchase anything else on the site in addition to the set, you can use that code and you'll get that regular 10% discount. So I'm really glad that they offered this set for the 20% because it is more than that typical 10% discount that they usually give. So all you would need to do is click through that link to get the set. And if you're getting anything extra in addition to the set, just enter my code that I have when you check out, and that'll give you the 10% on the other items, and you're good to go. So obviously the set comes in a box because you saw that a while ago. You also get a card, and there's a little quote on here that actually just says, I've handpicked 4 of my favorite Sigma brushes I can't live without. They help you achieve natural or dramatic looks with ease. Enjoy. And then my signature is on there as well. And on the back, it's got what brushes they are. So if you were to buy all 4 of these separately, they would be $78 total, but with the discount, it's $62. 4 brushes for $62 is really good, and I use these brushes constantly. So I think I'm gonna start with the face brushes and we'll go from there. Now this first one is the Sigma F64. This is the Soft Blend Concealer Brush. You probably haven't seen this on my channel lately because it's been living in my travel bag. And the reason why it's been in my travel bag is because it is such a multitasker for me that I don't really need extra brushes to travel. It is truly a soft brush, and that's what I love about it. I don't use it for concealer though. I use it to set my concealer with powder, and I use it to set my eye primer when I use an eyeshadow primer. It's the perfect size for me to do both of those things, and it has the perfect amount of taper. The density is absolutely perfect. It's not too soft, it's not too stiff. It just feels light as a feather underneath the eye and on the lid as well. Because of that, I'm also able to use it on other areas of the face. I have been known to do my nose contour with this as well. I do use another brush in this set for that, probably a little more often, and that's simply because this does live in my travel makeup bag. But this is really great for that because it does apply the contour nicely and blend it out. I also use this for highlighter sometimes as well, and it works really nicely for that. But this is just a great brush if you want one for underneath the eye, whether you are one that uses a brush for your concealer and blending it out or to set. I just find it fits that pocket, especially right there in the corner of your eye. I find some brushes are a little bit too wide, and this one is just perfect. If you're someone that likes to bake, this is a great brush to dust things away. This is the brush that I reach for if I get eyeshadow fallout and I need to dust things away too. So that is what I use the Sigma F64 for the most. Let's talk about the Sigma F40, the large angled contour brush. I'm sure if you've seen any of my get ready with me's or face tutorials or anything, you have seen this brush. This is my everyday contour brush. It doesn't matter if I'm contouring my cheekbones or my chin area or my forehead. This is the brush that I use. The reason why I love this brush is because it is so incredibly soft, but it does the job beautifully. I love the fact that it's got this oval shape to it because it enables me to get the product exactly where I want it, but it also blends it out. This is just one of those brushes that really allows me to save some time. It allows me to place my contour exactly where I want it, but I get a natural contour because it also blends it out because of the oval shape and the density of the brushes. It's super soft, but it's not so soft that it won't blend out your contour. And I just find that it works for all over the face. Now, I don't use it for the nose because it is a little big for that. That's why I use the other 2 brushes in this set. A lot of people use it for blush, and I have used it for blush too. It does work very beautifully because of how soft it is. I just prefer to use it for contour. I do have a couple of these now, so I'll probably be using it for blush too. It really does work beautifully. If you like an oval shaped blush brush, this would be a great one to reach for, even though it says contour. I'm not one that lives by the rules or the name of what it says on the side of the brush. I just use it the way it feels comfortable and natural to me. So whether it's for blush or contour, this is a fantastic brush. Until I discovered the Sigma E25 blending brush, I had been using the same blending brush from a major brand forever, it felt like, and it was my holy grail, and I never thought it could be replaced. Then I found this and it was just done. And I think I have 3 of these. I can use this to pack pigment onto, you know, the outer half or outer third of my lid, to do an outer V. I can use this to, of course, blend that out and blend it into my crease. I can use it for crease work. Because I have a hooded eye, I do need to take color above my crease so that you can see it when I look straight ahead. And this works beautifully to blend that out. I love that it is flat when you turn it on its side. So when I want to go under the lash line, I can do that as well. If you look at it from this angle, you know, it's pretty wide, but when you turn it, it's flat. I also like the dome shape of it because it just fits the curvature of the eye so nicely. And it's soft enough to where it feels really nice on the eye, but it's stiff enough to where it does what it's supposed to do. It's not scratchy at all, and it is narrow enough to where you can, if you have deep set eyes, get pigment that you need into the crease without diffusing it too much. If you have kind of deep set eyes or a hood, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you end up blurring colors altogether if you use too fat of a brush or too round of a brush. And that's why I like this. I like that it is kind of pinched right here. It's just a really, really great blending crease brush that I think is just essential to have anytime I am doing any kind of crease work, blending. I even use it sometimes to highlight my brow bone. Anytime I'm doing anything like that, I am using this brush. It's an essential for me. All right, so let's talk about this Sigma F40 because this is probably, I would say, the smallest multitasker that I have. This is my true Powerhouse brush. I use this all the time. I use it on my face. I use it on my eyes. I use it everywhere. It's just such a good brush, especially if you have hooded eyes. And I've talked about this in so many of my eye videos. Let me turn it to the side. I'll angle it up from this way as opposed to going in like this because you can really get up under that hood, and the flare of it is just perfect to really get that hood almost up to your brow bone. This is called a tapered blending brush, but some flare out too much. Some don't flare out enough. Some have too much of a dome shape. It's just kind of got this perfect shape that really just works. And it's soft enough, but it's not too soft that it's flimsy. So that's what I use it for on the eye. This is my transition shade brush. If I am going for a natural look, I can use this and just throw a transition in my crease. It looks totally natural. It blends itself out. I also have been known to pinch this brush and run it along my lower lash line. It's easy. That is just so quick for me to do. I have in a pinch, because it's not too flared, I've used this as a crease brush too, and it kind of gets in there and it pinches itself and it runs along in the crease really, really great. I also have been known to use this in many videos for my nose contour as well. So those are my main things that I use this brush for, but I really do not think that I can live without this brush. So these are the 4 brushes. I've got 2 essential face brushes, and I actually do use this one on the eyes too, or around the eyes. And these are my 2 essential eye brushes. Should have named this my Powerhouse brush set. These are Powerhouse brushes for me, and this is my set. I am so excited about it, and I hope that you guys like it and buy it. I'm just still kind of blown away by it. I can't believe I had to sign something and put my face on something. It's just so strange. And I'm just so thankful to Sigma that they, you know, are recognizing mid-sized influencers. I think that's really great. I put a lot of thought into it, and I hope that you like it. The link is down below. That's it, you guys. If you have questions, leave them below. Thank you guys. I am so grateful to you because it all goes back to you guys. You know, you're here and you support me. I'm having such a good time doing this with you, and I love reading your comments and responding. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I read all your comments. You know, I'm hearting them because I can't respond to every single one because of time, but I read them all and I love it. I just think it's so great, and I'm so happy to have grown with you guys. It just makes my heart sing. This makes my heart sing. I just love it. So thank you so much. I will see you guys very soon. I have some more exciting things coming within the next few weeks. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.